The dark story of the Breakers Mansion, 1895, begins in the Gilded Age, when the Vanderbilt family, one of the wealthiest dynasties in America, decided to build a summer estate in Newport, Rhode Island, that would not merely display wealth but assert social dominance and power, and in 1895, Cornelius Vanderbilt II commissioned architect Richard Morris Hunt to construct the Breakers, a 70-room Italian Renaissance-style palazzo that rose above the Atlantic cliffs as a monument to opulence, yet behind the gilded walls and hand-carved ceilings lay a series of unsettling incidents and human costs rarely acknowledged. Because the construction process itself was fraught with danger and tragedy, workers labored long hours in precarious conditions on scaffolding overlooking the rocky shoreline, and multiple accidents occurred, including falls from great heights and near-fatal injuries during the installation of massive marble fireplaces and ornate staircases, which fueled rumors among locals that the mansion was cursed or haunted before it was even completed. As the mansion took shape, the Vanderbilts' insistence on perfection caused continual redesigns, often forcing craftsmen to destroy and rebuild intricate woodwork, plaster moldings, and imported tapestries, incidents that led to tensions among workers, some of whom reportedly disappeared from the project under mysterious circumstances or quit abruptly, whispering of the oppressive atmosphere inside the estate, while nearby residents began to report strange sounds at night, hammering, shouts, and unexplained clatters, as if the house itself was restless, absorbing the energy of human labor and ambition in a way that left its imprint on the structure. Once completed, the Breakers became a stage for social display and elite gatherings, but incidents continued within its walls, including servants reporting unexplained cold drafts, sudden noises, and rooms that seemed to change in spatial perception as if the mansion's grand scale and labyrinthine design disoriented both staff and guests, while family tensions occasionally erupted during lavish parties, notably when Cornelius Vanderbilt II's management style clashed with his children's desires for independence, resulting in heated arguments witnessed by staff who claimed the house seemed to react to the discord, with lights flickering and doors banging unexpectedly. Financial pressure and social scrutiny also cast a shadow, as the upkeep of the Breakers required enormous resources, leading to labor strikes and disputes over wages that sometimes escalated into violent confrontations, incidents that were hushed by the family but whispered about in Newport society circles, further feeding the mansion's dark reputation as a place where power and opulence came at a high human cost. In the years following Cornelius II's death in 1899, the Breakers continued to host grand events, but servants and visitors recounted incidents of unexplained footsteps in empty corridors, mirrors cracking without cause, and doors closing on their own, phenomena that many attributed to lingering stress, grief, or the concentrated energies of the countless individuals who had worked, argued, or suffered during the mansion's construction, and over time, these tales merged with Newport folklore, painting the estate not only as a symbol of wealth but as a house haunted by ambition, tragedy, and the relentless drive for perfection. Even today, as the Breakers operates as a museum under the stewardship of the Preservation Society of Newport County, tours recount stories of chilling drafts, sudden temperature changes in empty rooms, and the eerie sense of being watched in certain chambers, suggesting that the dark history of accidents, labor disputes, and family tensions left an invisible imprint that continues to linger, making the Breakers not just a marvel of architecture and design but a monument to human obsession, privilege, and the hidden costs of creating a gilded paradise on the edge of the Atlantic cliffs. During the mansion's construction, workers labored in extremely dangerous conditions on scaffolding along the cliffs and high ceilings. Multiple injuries occurred while installing massive marble fireplaces, intricate woodwork, and grand staircases. Some workers reportedly fell from heights but survived. A few accounts mention deaths, though details were largely hushed to protect the Vanderbilt family's reputation. These incidents gave the mansion an early reputation for being perilous to those who built it. The upkeep and staffing of such an enormous estate required hundreds of workers. During the late 1890s, tensions arose over wages, working conditions, and long hours. Strikes occurred, and some confrontations became heated, contributing to Newport rumors that the mansion was cursed or brought misfortune to those inside its walls. Cornelius Vanderbilt II's insistence on perfection and strict management of both staff and family led to several well-known heated arguments within the mansion. Witnesses, including household staff, noted doors slamming, mirrors cracking, and objects shifting during family disputes, which added to tales of supernatural presence or the energy of the mansion reacting to conflict. Even after completion, servants and visitors reported mysterious noises, footsteps in empty hallways, knocking on walls, and unexplained thuds. Some tours today recount these as lingering echoes of the laborers, staff, and family conflicts during construction and early occupancy. In multiple accounts, mirrors reportedly cracked or shattered without explanation. Chandeliers would sometimes swing unexpectedly, and some rooms seemed to experience sudden temperature drops, phenomena often attributed to the massive scale of the house and the energy of its past occupants. Long-term staff reportedly felt the mansion had a presence, with some areas giving a sense of being watched or feeling sudden anxiety. The servants' quarters and corridors near the servants' stairs were frequently cited as locations of strange sensations. While the Breakers has largely avoided major disasters, minor fires and accidents during renovations occurred in the early 20th century, often in areas housing valuable artifacts or electrical systems. Though quickly controlled, these incidents contributed to the mansion's aura of danger and fragility despite its grandeur. The dark stories of America's most infamous mansions reveal that beneath their beauty, wealth, and opulence lies a hidden world of fear, obsession, and human cost, beginning with the Breakers Mansion in 1895, where the Vanderbilts' drive for perfection demanded long hours of labor under dangerous conditions along the Atlantic cliffs, resulting in construction accidents, worker injuries, and whispered deaths that were hushed to preserve the family's reputation, while the mansion itself seemed to absorb tension, reacting to heated arguments with doors slamming, mirrors cracking, and cold drafts haunting empty corridors, creating an atmosphere where power and privilege cast long shadows over human life. In Mar-a-Lago, originally built in the 1920s by heiress Marjorie Merriweather Post, secrecy and influence shaped the mansion into a private theater of political and social control, hosting foreign diplomats, industrialists, and later, presidents, while restricted rooms, sudden lockdowns, heightened security, and incidents such as unauthorized intrusions and the storage of classified documents have transformed it into a locus of tension, legal scrutiny, and whispered danger, proving that opulence can disguise vulnerability and that exclusivity can hide peril beneath gilded walls. And then there is the Winchester Mystery House, where grief and obsession gave rise to one of the most psychologically disturbing architectural creations in history, as Sarah Winchester spent decades building staircases to nowhere, doors into walls, and hidden rooms to confuse vengeful spirits allegedly cursed by the rifles her family manufactured, while workers reported footsteps, unseen hammering, and voices guiding construction, incidents that created a house alive with fear, paranoia, and supernatural lore, where isolation became permanent and every structural quirk was designed as protection against death itself. Across these estates,